question. Do you think Phaedra should be allowed to come back to season 11?
Listen, I don't have an issue with Phaedra, and I think she's super funny, but I also think she's super dirty.
It's Justin Diego back with another Bingeworthy video, and today let's talk about everything we know about Phaedra Parks making her Real Housewives of Atlanta return and how she may even be getting her very own Georgia peach.
Well, of course, darling, it's a peach.
If this is your first time watching one of my Bingeworthy videos, it's important to me that you know I am not in the business of lies and fairy tales. And usually, if Real Housewives of Atlanta tea makes it into one of my videos, it's been spilled from a very reliable source. With that said, this video will be one of those exceptions since this exclusive news is coming from MediaTakeOut, and I'll be doing my best to connect the dots and help you decide if Phaedra Parks is truly returning to the Real Housewives of Atlanta or not on your own. A few hours ago, I got tipped off that MediaTakeout News has confirmed that Phaedra Parks is returning to the new season of the Atlanta Housewives, and according to this gossip site, she's gotten a peach too. Allegedly, the news of Phaedra's return was sent out on Monday as producers wanted to finalize the cast for the new season. Here's what I know now about how everything went down. If you remember, it was previously reported that producers had already gifted a peach for the new season to Nene Leakes, Portia Williams, Cynthia Bailey, and Kandi Burruss. And if you also remember, it was rumored that they were considering giving a peach to Eva Marcel, but allegedly, after shooting hours of footage, producers were not happy with the footage since there was not enough drama, which made way for them to start reconsidering bringing Phaedra Parks back. And if that doesn't already sound too good to be true, MediaTakeout is also confirming that the Real Housewives of Atlanta cast have already started filming with the formerly exiled Real Housewives of Atlanta star, and they've actually gotten some really cool stuff according to their sources. Now again, this is not my first rodeo, and in the perfect world, we could all just believe this story because honestly, even with all the shady stuff that Phaedra Parks did on season 9, she definitely added a lot of fun to the show, and she always has. And a lot of us are really missing that fun when we watch the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But of course, I still have my doubts, and so should you. But this video that was tweeted out a few days ago is making it hard for me to throw this whole story out. And I don't know if we should call this fake news or not.
She can come up with a story, okay?
If the news of Phaedra Parks making good with Bravo and returning to the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 11 is true, this is a huge deal for the show, and I definitely wouldn't want to get you guys' hopes up for nothing. So that's why I immediately started stalking her hashtags, and I logged into my lurking account and everything to get the clues because I need to convince myself before I could ever convince y'all. Now, the first thing I noticed is that Cynthia Bailey, Nene Leakes, and Portia Williams are all following Phaedra, which gives her some sort of support or interest from the majority of the confirmed peach holders right now. Not to mention that Portia Williams is really active in liking the Southern Belle's photos on Instagram, and when TMZ made it a point to question Portia the other day about Phaedra Parks and her recent publicity stunt with Vivica A. Fox, Portia's word choice was very interesting.
I love both of them. Both amazing women, both boss women. Vivica is amazing, so is Phaedra. They'll be good.
All right, thank you so much. Have a great day.
Bye.
Now, I'm all here for the black girl magic, and everybody wanted to send out positive energy, but the idea of Portia calling Phaedra an amazing woman and expressing her love for Phaedra publicly to the press a week or two after the news broke that Portia and Kandi were working on rekindling things seems a little bit strategic to me, and quite frankly, a whole year and a whole season too late. Because I don't know if we necessarily care anymore about seeing them readdress this Portia, Kandi, and Phaedra triangle. But to be clear, if you're expecting Phaedra and Kandi to have any sort of come to Jesus moment anytime soon, you should know that Kandi definitely cleared that up last week on the Daily Pop. Long story short, when they asked Kandi about her rekindling things with Phaedra, her answer was basically, bye Felicia. So yes, I have scoured the internet and it's really early, with trying to confirm or deny this story, but I didn't want to wait too long. And even with everything that I found, the most promising evidence kept leading me back to this video clip of Phaedra going live on Instagram just a few days ago.
What kind of drink is this? Well, of course, darling, it's a peach Bellini. You see that fresh peach? It's magnificent.
Is this a clue from the Southern Belle that she's actually coming back with a Real Housewives of Atlanta peach? Or is she just talking about this silly little drink?
Well, of course, darling, it's a peach Bellini.
At this point, I just don't have enough to officially confirm this Real Housewives of Atlanta return for Phaedra. And we know that Bravo is not in the business of spilling too much before it airs out on TV months later. But it's important that you remember that the main reason that Andy Cohen says that Phaedra Parks was ever separated from the Real Housewives of Atlanta group to begin with was the fact that allegedly no one wanted anything to do with her at that time. And since that has obviously changed, is it possible that now they are actually considering bringing Phaedra Parks back and giving her a peach? All I can definitely say for sure is that for the first time in a while, I believe that we are looking at the recipe for the makings of an iconic season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta that will have the perfect balance of forgiveness and girl power, with how they handled the Greg Nene situation. And if they throw Phaedra in the mix, we're going to get the drama. So, tell me, is there anything that I missed here? Damn. And do you believe this news about Phaedra Parks making her Real Housewives of Atlanta return after such an awful firing? Or do you think that this is just another one of those rumors that need to be put to rest? Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you're new to Bingeworthy, you have to make it official by liking, commenting, and subscribing because this channel is lit. And for all of my current binge watchers out there that be commenting on every video, I see you, I hear you, and I cannot wait to know what you guys think about this video. So comment below. Thanks again for watching. I will see you guys on the next one.